Hi, I'm Ethan Lane and I'm the cinematographer slash writer of the film Hololive.
Hi, my name is Sam College, and on the production of Hololive, I was the camera operator and colourist.
I'm Emily Seaman, I was the first AD.
And I'm Shelley Stevens, and I did sound on this film.
Working on this film, while incredibly stressful and testing, has actually been a useful process in learning how to crisis manage really difficult situations when it seems like everything's going wrong. How do we find something that can go right, and how can we capitalise and profit most off of the small things that we do have, and also learning how to take the wins off of small things.
As a camera operator, there's not really much you can do during pre-production other than doing test shoots, finding new equipment and framing and research. So one of the things I mainly did was go and do a Steadicam course. That's where I learned how to use the DJI Ronin. When I learned how to do that, it really inspired me to actually become a Steadicam operator. That's why on this production we've used the DJI Ronin a lot. I think it's worked really well, and moving forward I'm going to pursue it as a career.
So my favourite part about pre-production was the writing. I think in any film project that is my favourite part. Luckily enough, I was given the role of being a writer.
At times it was very testing, and there was quite a few moments during the whole production where it's like, is it going to work or not? But we did it somehow, and I'm very happy it's over.
Unfortunately, due to pre-production issues, I had to rewrite the script, but thankfully the script that we produced, which now is the final film, is the superior version.
3 days before shooting, we lost our original lead actor, and that led to a total rewrite of the script in essentially 3 days, 2.5 days.
So my favourite part about the pre-production would be the watching the idea of the film evolve into the film that it is now. Whether it was like good or bad, I mean there was obviously setbacks, but still I like the film now, so.
My favourite part about pre-production was using and testing out the new equipment that hasn't been used previously. I think during test shoots we created a lot of good movements and lighting setups that were used in the final film.
Highlight of the pre-production process was
That room. That was the best part of it.
Using the exact same room.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I love that room.
If not that, probably prop making with Emily and Shelby was actually really good fun. Getting to make nuclear beer cans, and also we made a box for it, and that was really fun.
For pre-production, I looked over the script and was like, wow, there's a lot we could do here with really cool sound effects. Like, the soundscaping is going to be really fun when we get to that post-production stage. The context of this film really allowed me to develop creatively with my graphic design skills, because I like using Photoshop, and I got to do all the posters and everything like that, so that was really fun, yeah.
I mean, you did a great job, like with the nuclear beer cans. I think they look brilliant.
I'm just glad we don't have any close-up shots and people don't realise that it's
8% and 240
8%.
calories. So it's
women
the healthiest
should not drink
beer.
alcoholic beverages. Well, that's we didn't intend.
Yeah, the future is sexist,
The future is like the present.
but worse.
Now's the fun part of getting creative.
Doing Foley and everything.
Oh, can't wait! My favourite.
The best part about production was probably April, our actress. She was absolutely fantastic. I've tried working with actors before on previous productions, and none of it has gone right. Be it the actors have pulled out last minute, or they're just really difficult to work with, or some of them, because they're very new to acting, really struggle with taking direction well, or they have been more like theatre acting, and so they try and do everything as this kind of like big grand verbose thing. It's like, no, you're just meant to like sit there and not do anything.
One of the main things I really enjoyed about this production was being able to experiment with a lot of new camera frames. So in my previous production on Life After, I focused on making sure the essentials were impeccable, so the focus, the lighting, and all in all the camera movement. And then on this production, I wanted to experiment with a lot more camera framing, and especially the Ronin.
I was first AD, so going backwards and forwards with the SD cards, relabeling everything, saves a lot of time in editing. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun, like hearing in the other room going, action, and then what's going on in the background, and yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah,
My favourite part with the lighting was using it to create massive shadows and spotlights to encompass the actor.
This film relying a lot on small, subtle, niche things. I think she just nailed it. Normally from take one, the only reason normally we were doing multiple takes was because of technical things.
We cocked it.
You know, there was a light that could be reflected or something like that. So to just be able to like I only ever had to tell her something once, and it was
Done instantly.
like perfect.
I think she really brought the characters to life, and
Which is ironic, given that she's not alive.
oh yeah, true. But yeah, honestly, thank you to her, because if it wasn't for her, it'd have been a shit show.
My favourite part about the production itself is actually being able to film, because in the last few years we haven't had the chance for obvious reasons.
For the first day and a half of filming, we actually had no sound equipment on set, which was very troublesome.
Yes.
So we had to problem solve a lot and work on our feet.
I've rearranged the schedule.
Rely on the soundscape a lot. I'm just grateful it's not as much dialogue as the original script.
Yeah,
That would have been very
Well,
difficult to do.
we rearranged the shots, so it was all Foley sound anyway we're going to put in.
It was a fucking nightmare.